These people, they don't need the microphone. They have had their microphone for years, for decades, have been investing on people. So you are not here to take a microphone, but I really believe that my people need your message. Just they need to know who is in the room. And that's why I make sure that everybody knows you don't let these people go without getting their business cards, because it can change your life. So Mohamed, thank you so much for coming back.
Mirella, thank you very much for having me here. It was a pleasure to be at your event a few weeks back and to meet such wonderful people. I'm also very grateful to Niveen for having introduced me to Global Women. She's a great networker and I think a champion for women empowerment everywhere. Today, last time I was here, I spoke on inclusive capitalism, how to make capitalism more human and to take care of the challenges and the problems that society faces, putting planet and people above profits. Today, I want to spend just 2 minutes or a few minutes talking about politics. I was very pleased to be introduced to Yasmin a few weeks back. And as you know, post-Brexit, post-COVID-19, the conflict in Ukraine, Britain is broken. And a lot will be required to fix it, whether it is the Conservative Party who fixes it or whether it is the Labour Party who will fix it, time will tell. The next election is going to be extremely important for this country because it needs to find its place in the world. And if it is not able to do it, we will be increasingly marginalized because the power blocks are very clear now. There is the United States, there is Europe, there is China in partnership with Russia, and we are actually out of everywhere. As you saw last week, South Africa hosted the BRICS summit, and already BRICS is expanding. They've got 4 or 5 new members joining, including Saudi Arabia, Iran, Indonesia, Egypt, Argentina. So this is going to be a formidable force as time goes by, not only because the global South are going to be able to project far more power from an economic standpoint, but also from a military. So the world that we know is going to change. And I think it's important for all the women here and all the people Mirella knows to be able to anticipate what that change will mean and how do we play our part, because I have lived in a Western liberal democracy. I do not want to live in a dictatorship or an autocracy where my rights are going to be infringed. So when Yasmin was introduced to me, I said, wow, this is really good, because the Conservative Party, by and large, is made up of male, is made up of middle-aged people, and whites, by and large. And that has to change because the United Kingdom today has a non-white prime minister. It is ethnically very diverse. It wishes to be inclusive. And we need to make sure that people who are young, people who are women, girls need to be empowered to be able to have a voice which can make a change. Yasmin was a change maker. When she made her pitch to myself and my colleagues, there were 3 or 4 things that really stood out. Firstly, she has a degree in pharmacy. She understands health issues. She understands obesity, which is a major problem in this country and one that is likely to grow. So we need somebody who's going to understand this and help tackle it. She is a champion for women's rights, and she knows what it is to be marginalized and how it is difficult for somebody who's a woman to be able to realize their full potential, not only here, but elsewhere as well. And so her focus on women's rights was very important. And thirdly, the Middle East. If you look at the Middle East today, the West has given up ground to Russia and China. They are the major power brokers in the Middle East. And slowly the West is giving ground. So unless we have people who come from the region, people who understand the culture, the religious diversity, the economic potential, the role of the youth, all these difficult challenges, and have a voice in our parliament here and speak on their behalf, it will be a lost cause for us. We will give up where we have the biggest soft power influence in this region, and we will just happily hand it over to a third party. So when Yasmin spoke about her vision, she's from Kurdistan. She knows what it means to build an inclusive Iraq. I was again very impressed because we need a voice in our parliament from the Arab world who understands this region and is going to be a powerful advocate for how to solve problems. So please, I would ask you, and you know, people might think, oh, well, what's the point? Conservatives are likely to lose the next election, Labour is likely to win. But I'm of the view that the role of a party in opposition is as important as it is while they are in power. Because while in opposition, they have the ability to prepare themselves so that when they come and take office in 4 years, 8 years' time, they're going to be stronger, faster and better equipped. So please, I would urge you all to do whatever you can to support Yasmin through your friends, through your family, through your colleagues, through all your networks, because we need more people like Yasmin in our parliament. Mirella, thank you very much.
Wow. Before you go, first of all, oh my God, this speech today was like, wow, wow, wow. No, this is the kind of speech that makes me like, I was keeping notes. Honestly, because we talk about entrepreneurship, but entrepreneurship needs good decision makers and good politicians because it's going to impact our journey a lot. But please, can you tell us who you are? Did you get to know who is him? Now, you see how good I am. Give me some credits, please. So we love the speech, but who is this man behind this powerful speech? So tell us a little bit about you.
Sure. So a few years ago, a journal described me as the international man of mystery. And that is who I am. I have been very fortunate in life. I believe, as I said to people, that if you have the choice between whether you are lucky or whether you're smart, I'd pick luck any day. Much more than being smart. Smart people are in universities. Lucky people are the ones that make money and enjoy life. So my story is not of rags to riches. I would lie if I said that was a rags to riches story. My story is from riches to more riches and more riches, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm proud of it. Okay. And I've been at the lucky stage in life where I had a vision. My vision was that up to 55, I would be busy making money. Making money is easy. Spending money is easier. Keeping money is very, very difficult. Okay, and people should be focusing on how to keep the money they have made, because once you make money, your standard of living goes up and you tend to spend it all unless you know how to keep it not only for you but for the generations to come. So my vision was that I would stop making money at 55, and I would start my family foundation, which I did at 55, which is now involved in giving money back. Life has been good to me, and if I can help improve the lives of a few people, why not? You know, there are many people all over the world who die, and the world never remembers them. I want to continue living even after I have died, where people remember me for the little that I did to change lives. So that's been my focus through the foundation. And then I decided that I would dabble in politics. It has not been an easy journey. You realize how resentful people can become of you if you are not part of the establishment and you are coming from the outside in, and they fight you all the way. And for me, dealing with these fights, dealing with the media attention that I got in the last 2 years has been a challenge. It was something that I was not equipped to be able to handle, but now I think I am easily able to manage the PR and the media that comes with it. You know, they say that the higher the monkey climbs, the more one part of its anatomy it exposes. About 4 years ago, the UAE government, they have their own system of Nobel Prizes, and they gave me a Nobel Prize, which was $1 million gift, which I turned to philanthropy. Which I turned to philanthropy to give it all away. But it was very good recognition because it's their way of recognizing thought leadership in the world, and I was proud and privileged. So it's a pleasure to be here.